Hey guys, in today's video I will show you how to make wide gaps. I will also cover some tips and tricks to improve your wide gap creations. I hope you enjoy the video, and if you do, please consider liking and subscribing the video. It helps a lot. Now, let's get into it. Okay guys, so for our first build, we are going to start with 3 square foundations. These 3 squares would be the outer area of your base. So your base would be like in here, and these 3 squares would be the outer side of your base. So what you want to do first is you want to build up however many walls. I'm going to do 3 for simplicity, but you can make your base however high you want to. It'll just affect the amount of double door frames that you'll need. So the first thing you want to do is you want to build up 4 square foundations from your structure. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you want to delete the 3 leading up to the 4th. So the reason the wide gap works is because triangles actually have a different length than squares. Squares are actually a little bit longer than triangles, as you can see here. So what this does is you place triangles going back to the base, like this, and it creates a small little gap, which is the wide gap. So you build up your double door frames, and so this would already be here. And what this does is when you place a square, there's a little gap. So you're not able to go through it, but it gives you the most amount of space possible to shoot through when you're defending your base, which is awesome. What I would usually do after having the floor done is place windows with vertical embrasures. That way you can do anything like take heli or just shoot out of them for longer range, which is awesome. Another cool thing is when you place double door frames on your initial structure, you can place ceilings here, and the wide gap continues on the top. So you're able to shoot people that are above your base. You're able to shoot NPCs like heli. It makes it a lot better for defenses and everything. So I would highly suggest adding the ceilings here instead of there, because it gives you better vision like as a whole. Okay guys, so the next thing I want to show you is how to implement not just triangles when you're coming back for your wide gap. So we're going to start off again with 3 square foundations and the 3 layer high buildup. So now once you're done this, you want to continue with the 4 square foundations out. You want to break these 3, and then you want to go back with only 1 layer of triangles. Now what you can do is place 2 squares and then build up the double door frames like that. What this does is it makes it so that instead of placing squares here, you can now place triangles. So I'm going to place all the triangles now. And what this does is it creates the same gap, just now it's triangles, so that you have better overall view of the area. So as you can see there, and then also be able to see down. It's in my opinion better than just having squares, and it gives you more room to work with when you're building, which is awesome. You can also do the same thing that you did with the first one, when you build the ceiling, so you're able to shoot up, which is also awesome about this. Yeah, that's all I have for the triangles and the squares, but it's a super simple pattern. Yeah, on to the next one. Hey guys, for the next part of the video, I want to show you how you can make wide gap fit to any part of the footprint. So for this one, we're going to start off again with the 3 triangles, but then we're going to build out 2 triangles on each side. So what this looks like from above is just a simple 3 triangles, or 3 squares, sorry, and the 2 triangles on the side. What this what this is going to do is going to make your wide gap more unique and also give you better shooting angles. So we're going to build out 4 again, and this time we're going to come back with just triangles, and we're going to put 2 more over here. So it's just like the first one, and we're going to build up the door frames, and then we're going to build up the walls. And once you have all of your walls done, I'm going to quickly fly and place this, but it's super simple in an actual server because you have your starter down and you'd be able to figure it out. So what you want to do is you want to do just like you did at the start. So you're going to place the 3 squares, but then after you can place a triangle here and a triangle here. What this does is once you put these 5 windows on, is not only does it give you the added sight for what the triangles did on the second one, I believe, but it also gives you better peek downs for when someone like goes into your base. So I would highly recommend these if you're wanting a higher tier base. And yeah, so I'm gonna finish it off really quick. You just add the vertical embrasures, and then I would do double door frames all along here, and then finish off the ceilings. Again, what I said, you want your ceilings from your base on your base side, not on the wide gap side, so you still have the shoot ups, which is awesome. So that's basically all I have to say about this. I personally like having both triangles and squares in the wide gap because it makes it more unique, and yeah, it just looks really good. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, so for the next part of the video, we are going to start off with the exact same footprint as the last one. There's 3 squares, and then the 2 triangles, and we're going to build up. This part of the video is more tips and tricks. I've already showed you how wide gap works, and then also how to customize it to your builds. So for this one, you're going to do the same exact build. You're going to come back with triangles, finish it off. Again, the triangles, you want it a circle and then 2 off to the side so you have even more build up. Now I'm going to build up the double door frames. And now instead of placing the 3 squares on the wide gap, you are going to only place 1, and that 1 is going to be in the middle. So you're going to place the 1 in the middle, and then what you're going to do is you are going to break that wall. You want to do this before you finish your builds. You want to have a half wall, and then a ceiling, and then you want to have another ceiling in there, so when you break it, you can place the wall. And then when you're inside, just place it back. Super simple, super easy. And you can delete that now. So what this does is it gives you a half height ceiling that when you place it, you're able to place a ramp onto it. You want your ramp not at the lowest, but actually at the highest, because I'll show you later actually. But you want it at the highest possible one, and then you're gonna place your second one, place a ramp. And what this does is once you're finished, so you're going to add a triangle here, and a triangle here, and then finish off this. Super simple. Add the embrasures. So, as I was saying, what's so good about the ramps is when you have an online raid, you have so much more visibility of your area. And you can also see inside. So if they've pummeled your area, and you still have your wide gaps, you can totally defend from here. And it makes it so much easier because you have all of this room, right? Another really good thing about the ramps is it creates this wide gap here. which can be used to defend your base or take down heli or whatever you want. It just gives you another option of shooting out of. So we're going to finish off the roofs here. You have to place a door frame here, and then all along here. So once you have your ceiling done, I will show you what it looks like. So you have all of the wide gap on top still, which is awesome, and then you have the wide gaps on the side, and then you have all of the peak downs from the ramps. This gives you so much more room to be able to, like I said, see when people pummel, and then just gives you overall vision of your base. I think it's a really cool peak down, and I would really suggest you build it. Okay, on to the next one. Okay guys, so for the final wide gap tutorial I want to show you is how to make what I call ankle biters. So what you want to start off with is whatever footprint you want, but for simplicity I'm going to use just the 3 squares, and I'm going to build out 1, 2, 3, 4. We're just going to do some simple triangles on the way back, so just build back with triangles, and then put the door frames up. And again, for simplicity, we're just going to do the simple wide gap peaks and add the roofing. So once we're done with this, you add the ceiling. So once you have your shooting floor done, you will move on to your roof, right? What's awesome about wide gaps is you're able to add roofing on the wide gap if you have good enough stability. So I'm going to obviously do with stone because you don't want to be wasting metal on this. So you place them on the wide gap part, and once you're done placing all 3 of them, if I can get this one, okay, there. When you're inside your shooting floor, you're able to peek up at whoever's on your roof. So not only can you see heli, but now you can also see raiders if they're trying to top down you. This creates like a really good angle. Here, I'll show you from the top actually. So raiders can only really see till like, I'd say a third or a half of the foundation, but you can see them a lot more, right? So this creates a really nice angle for when you're getting ready to top down, and I would highly suggest to put this into your builds. So that's all I have today. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing, and that's all I have. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day.